Good afternoon. Today, present here, Dean Seattle, Professor Seattle, my supervisor Seattle, Siaji Siade, lay teachers, university staff, and my dearest Dharma brother and sister. Welcome to MA Synosis Seminar Program. Today, I'd like to present my thesis topic, indispensable quality of loving kindness meditation practitioner. Firstly, I'm going to share with you the introduction of my topics. Then I will share you chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. Finally, I would like to conclude my paper. And then, before going to start, I would like to request you all, when I read out this paper, I would like to skip some paragraph and subtitle due to the time limitation. So go to the introduction. Loving kindness, known as metta in Theravada Buddhism, is one of the most basic and powerful qualities one can possess. It is accessible to all, and anyone can learn and practice it by cultivating self-restraint in their body, speech, and thoughts. Nowadays, metta is a pragmatist approach. Without loving kindness, human life cannot be existent. Therefore, loving kindness is the only constructed to bring concord, peace, and mature understanding. The way to develop 14 qualities of loving kindness are through thinking of the evils of hate and the advantage of non-hate, and through thinking out according to actually and according to the karma. That really there is known that hate is a foolish way of feeling which breeds more and more darkness and obstruct right understanding. In Buddhism, the concept of love is often expressed through the practice of metta. Metta is a quality of unconditional love and friendliness that is extended to all beings, including oneself, friends, enemies, and even strangers. It is generous for the well-being, happiness, and freedom from suffering of all beings. It is seen in the Pali canon known as the Metta Sutta, in the Sutta Nipata and Khuddakapada, as it first describes certain 14 qualities that should be done by a metta practitioner before practicing loving kindness. In this regard, the practitioner should need the way of practicing metta. Therefore, this paper is highlighting 14 qualities with a certain methods according to the Buddhist teaching. The purpose of this research paper is to examine the source of 14 qualities for the development of metta, with a particular focus on exploring the source derived from the Pali canonical texts. Numerous Buddhist scholars in the world have written metta in various ways. In fact, these 14 qualities can be analyzed as ekaja, dvija, and tija, as demonstrated in the paper. This analysis can be seen in the Pali literature. For example, in Vinaya, it explains Chasamodhana, the 6 sources of offense such as Kaya Samodhana, Kaya Vacha Samodhana, and so on. In the Visuddhimagga and the Abhidhamma, it explains the 5 types of morality produced by different causes such as Ekaja-rupa, Dvija-rupa, and so on. Actually, this method is not innovative. In Vinaya, there is currently an attempt to investigate the origin and the underlying quality of offense. The Visuddhimagga and Abhidhamma explore the ultimate source of the truth. The main sources are Kama, Citta, Uttu, and Ahara, but Rupa can be produced by a single cause, double cause, and so on. It is called ekaja, duija, etc. Similarly, when exploring the 14 qualities of loving kindness meditation, one can use 3 types of karma. The system assign names such as ekaja, duija, and tija to individuals based on their unique characteristics and attribute. Herein, karma referred to volition in the Nivadika Sutta. The Buddha said, the bhikkhu volition is called action or karma. Frankly, this method has not been addressed in various scholar work. Some scholars traditionally have explained Metta Sutta according to commentaries Pali text. For instance, in his book entitled Verses on the Metta Sutta and the Explosion in Prose, Tipitaka Dea Yazgosiyaro address, he just referred to the goal, to the pursuit and clear sight and healthy ambition that one needs to pursue it. It goes on to set up the general moral character required as a basic for the development of metta. The Sutta set up the fruits of the training and getting the close connection between the cultivation metta and the development of insight into the nature of reality. After that, the majority of previous study and loving kindness mainly point towards its benefit. A Western scholar named Patrick Alver, a PhD student at Metric University, Australia, does research about loving kindness with a title named Loving Kindness, a Field Study. In his study, he just focused on the benefits of the practice of loving kindness, such as how loving kindness impacts on emotion. It is there said, through loving kindness meditation, significant increase were found the happiness and compassionate love, reduction in avoidance and revenge, and reduction on the depression, anxiety, and stress obstacle. This study delves into the main focus of the advantageous aspects of loving kindness. This paper consists of 4 main chapters, namely analysis of loving kindness, number 2, single cause one quality of a metta practitioner, number 3, double cause one quality of a metta practitioner, and number 4, triple cause one quality of a metta practitioner. It has subtitle because I don't want to read all, but please next paragraph. Last paragraph. So this paper gives information on regular practice of 14 qualities of loving kindness which are useful for the practitioner. It heals anger, self-criticism, suffering from anxiety, sadness, or other mental disorder. It helps practitioner know how to be free from negative mind, to cleverly deal with others, to maintain purity of mind, to purify the mentally polluted atmosphere. When the mind gets gradually purified by metta, defilements such anger and hatred would be replaced by kindness and sympathy towards all living beings, towards beings. After practicing 14 qualities of metta consistently, a practitioner begins to see his relationship with others change, especially in his own response. Finally, he will then have attained to insight knowledge. Please go to the chapter 1, page number 4. Chapter 4, Analysis of Loving Kindness. This chapter focuses on this is the content. This is the content, chapter 1, definition of loving kindness, nature of loving kindness, classification of loving kindness, what the Buddha taught about the quality of loving kindness. So, definition of loving kindness. Metta is a practice word which is known among the Buddhists and non-Buddhists. Significantly, metta can be practiced in every religion, including Christianity, Hinduism, and Islam. The Pali English dictionary describes the metta, which is derived from mat, meaning the love and enmity and so on. In the Sutta Nipata Adhagata, the commentator reveals that metta is a desire of bringing welfare and happiness to one's fellow man by sensual ways. In the Visuddhimagga Mahattika, the commentator defined metta as loving kindness by carrying out the benefits to all living beings, led by knowledge, not by affection and craving, tanha and raga, without being extreme through aversion, dosa and vyapada. Furthermore, in the Atasalini, metta is defined as to eradicate destructive attitude. Vihimsa dislike arati and lust raga as well. In the Dhammapada, metta means overcome the angry by non-anger, means metta. Overcome the wicked by goodness, overcome the miser by generosity, overcome the liar by truth. In short, loving kindness is the kind of positive mental attitude that can dispel anger without discrimination and produce understanding, forgiveness, patience, and honest. The nature of loving kindness. The loving kindness is a concept deeply rooted in Buddhist teaching philosophy to refer to a quality of benevolence, kindness, and goodwill towards oneself and all living beings. Loving kindness is considered one of the four immeasurable qualities, also known for Brahma Vihara. The nature of metta is inclusive and boundless. It extends beyond family ties, friendship, or affiliation, encompassing stranger, adversaries, and even those who have caused harm. Metta does not seek to judge or condemn, but seek to foster understanding, forgiveness, reconciliation, and create a more harmonious and compassionate world. I will skip this subtitle. Let's go to this page number 7. What the Buddha taught about the qualities of loving kindness. The Buddha taught Karaniya Metta Sutta, comprising 10 verses. Comprising 10 verses, outline 14 qualities that a skillful meditator should cultivate for their well-being and the eventual attainment of peace, nibbana. The first 2 verses and the first half of the 3rd verses especially discuss this quality, like explore each of them. So I don't want to read all, but this is Sako, Uju, and so on. And then last paragraph. Moreover, all these quality will be explored using the methods mentioned in the introduction. Already mentioned introduction. In this regard, the following diagram aims to clearly illustrate the main structure of the 7 sources of karma. They are already, I submit here, 7 sources of karma, and then 3 types of karma produced by cause, ekaja, dvija, and tija. Okay, let's go to the chapter 2, the single cause-born quality. Single cause-born quality of a metta practitioner. In this chapter, 7 qualities are derived from the overall set of 14 qualities. So, number 1, to be undertaking few duties, apakicho. It is interesting that one of the qualities mentioned is the undertaking of few duties expressed as apakicho or apata. In Pali, which translated here as undertaking a few duties. This quality fell under physical action and is part of a group that arises from the single cause form, known as ekaja. Apakicha especially refer to bodily action or physical deeds. The ethical quality of kaya kama is intention to the oneself. When someone intends to meditate on metta, they should possess the quality of being apakija. One few duties can hover metta, or one with many duties cannot, because the duties obstruct his development of metta. According to the Visuddhimagga, there are 10 impediments, dasa paliboda, that must be cut off by a meditator. Let's explore each of them further. So I already wrote here 10. Awasakula lava, gana nawakama, adhana, nyati, abada, ganda, and idi. So these 10 dasa paliboda. The apakija qualities serve as a fundamental practice of loving kindness. So another subtitle, to be simple livelihood, talaugahuti. The other words is talaugahuti in Pali, which translated here as simple in livelihood, as one should be simple. In livelihood, this quality consists of physical action as part of the group of single cause born. In their right livelihood, Dhamma Ajiva is one of the 10 integral components of the Noble Eightfold Path. In the Patisambhida Magga, Dhamma Ajiva is called Metta Citta Vimutti, included Sila. Sila refers to ethical conduct or morality. Vutti and Ajiva are of the same meaning and have functioned more moral conduct. Talaugahuti refers to the practice of leading a simple and moderate livelihood, focusing on contentment and minimalism. So, talaugahuti is bodily action or physical deeds. To be simple in livelihood, talaugahuti should To be simple in livelihood, talaugahuti should one have more than what is necessary. Then all the extra materials must be kept, looked after, reformed, and managed. One then is very reluctant to deal with Dhamma. In the Atantava Sutta, the simile of a bird is mentioned. Wherever its flight, wings are its only burden. In the same way, wherever he goes, he is set up taking these things, because if he has more equipment, he will have heavy duty. He then does not exert himself. Therefore, he should be simple in livelihood. The talaugahuti is a basic practice of loving kindness. So I will skip next 5 qualities. Please see the chapter 3, because due to the time limitation. So this is the remaining one: Anatimani and Santusako, Subaro, and Nipako, and Kulesu Nanugido. This is the 5 subtitle. Then I will continue the chapter 3. Chapter 3, Double Cause-born Quality of a Metta Practitioner. In this chapter, 2 qualities are derived from the overall set of 14 qualities. The following is the exploration these 2 cause-born in more details. To be upright, uju. The expression is in the Pali, uju or ajawa, translated here as upright, as it should be. One must be an upright physical and verbal, always acting with honesty. This quality consists of kaya and vachikama as part of the group of double cause-born. Kaya kama and vachikama are 2 essential aspects of human action in Buddhist philosophy. A metta meditator to be must. According to the 3rd out of the 5 factors of Pensapadaniyanga, is mentioned asata hoti amayavi. Be honest and not gone to deceitful way. One who is going to meditate on metta has to be noble-minded and honest. He must reveal the true state of himself to the Buddha compassion in practice and the virtue. One with crooked mind cannot harbor metta towards other. Crookedness consists in three categories: bodily, verbal, and mental. An honest man must be free from crookedness, bodily and verbal. It is self-evident that a crooked person cannot ever metta towards others. Uju is called as a higher morality, aditila and adichitta. Therefore, upright or honest is a basic practice of loving kindness. So, number 2, tako, to be capable of practicing. It is worth noting that the quality mentioned is tako. The Pali translated here as able or capable. This quality consists of kaya and manokama as part of the group or double cause born. According to Pierre, it is mentioned that one who is skilled in good should be able in two ways, physical and verbal. That is to say, number 1, we should have good health and digestion. Number 2, we should have energy in abandoning the unwholesome and undertaking the wholesome. It means that one should be physical and verbally equipped and thus able to fulfill one's responsibility, duties, and practice. Herein, keeping oneself healthy, fit, and free from sickness and affliction make one capable of bearing the strain of practice. Likewise, being energetic and not lazy in the abandoning unwholesome action, akusala, and in undertaking an unwholesome action, kusala, make one capable of cultivating and sustaining wholesome action, conducive to peace and well-being. Good health and energy are generally two crucial factors for any achievement, secular and spiritual. He who has them incapable of adjusting many texts, including the striving for peace. In the Sangati Sutta and Bodhi Raja Kumara Sutta, the 5-factor requirement of a meditator was taught by the Buddha in the Panchapadaniyanga Dhamma. The 5 lengths of efforts as follows. Here, Sada, Abhabado, and Arada, Viriya, and Pinya. This is the 5. So indeed, process of this factor only leads to loving kindness. Hence, the circle is as the basic practice of loving kindness. So chapter 4, triple cause-born quality of a metta practitioner. In this chapter, 5 qualities are derived from the overall set of 14 qualities. The following delves into this triple cause born in details. To be straightforward, suhuju. The expression is suhuju or stoto azuwa, in Pali translated here as straightforward, thoroughly upright, or conscientious, as it should be. One who is going to meditate on metta has to be noble-minded and honest. In this regard, it consists kaya, vaci, and manokama as part of the group of triple cause born. One with a crooked mind cannot have a metta towards other. Instead of being contented with being straightforward only one, we would be totally contented with being straightforward only once. While uju is the body and the speech aspects, suhuju refer to a accompanying wholesome mental aspect. Upright refer to proper moral conduct, body and speech, while straightforward refer to the mental aspect of our conduct. Therefore, a virtue person guard to physical, verbal, and mental behaviors so that his intention is pure and reflected action. In the Sangati Sutta, there are three kinds of training, such as higher morality, adhitila, adhicitta, and adhipinya. In this regard, uju means training for higher morality, adhicila, superior morality, adhicitta, while suhuju means training for superior wisdom, adhipinya. Thus, bring straightforward is a basic practice of a loving kindness. To be obedient to Acho. A word suacha is in Pali is translated as obedient. This quality consists of physical, verbal, and mental action as part of the group of triple cause born. Obedience refers to the practice of being obedient and mindful in our physical action, verbal action, and mental action. It encompasses aligning our behavior with ethical guidelines and cultivating awareness in all aspects of our daily life. By practicing obedience in these three domains, one strives to act in ways that are beneficial, kind, and in accordance with moral principles. One who is going to meditate on metta must be amenable to admonish, not an intractable dubacha. In the Salika Sutta, a person who is difficult to speak is called disobedient. Such a person in part from meditation on metta or from realizing the higher vipassana knowledge. On the other hand, a tractable person who is easy to listen is called obedient. On receiving admonition and when someone admonish and required to point out the inappropriate behavior, physical, verbal, and mental to him, he gladly accepts. There is no need to ask again his duty in the next time. Then he tends to follow what is instruction to do. Such a person is very close to achieve higher vipassana knowledge. Hence, the soacho is a preliminary practice concerned with the loving kindness. So I will skip three qualities. Please go to the conclusion. So here, mudu, and then santindriyo, and apagapo. This is the conclusion. Conclusion. This paper, Enlightened Indispensable Quality of Loving Kindness Meditation Practitioner, has been already attempted to explain analysis of loving kindness. Single cause born quality of a metta practitioner, double cause born quality of a metta practitioner, triple cause born quality of a metta practitioner. Concurrently, there are two objects of these lectures. Number one, to understand the meaning of loving kindness in the Theravada Buddhist perspective. And number two, to study an analytical method of 14 qualities of loving kindness practicing in Metta Sutta. The result of the study, which has been shown from the first objective, is that to understand the meaning of loving kindness in the Theravada Buddhism, and metta is the concept principle for foster love, compassion, and goodwill towards oneself and other that brings peaceful world and happiness to our society. The Buddha, with his great compassion to the world, required his follower to practice for a boundless state. Here, metta, karuna, mudita, and upekha. This metta practice of universal love begin by suffering one mind with universal love, or metta, and then pervading it to one family, then to the neighbor, then to the village, country, and the four corners of the universe. It is required following the gradual parts of Buddhism, such as morality, mental development, and wisdom, in order to become a fully holy person. Through the meditation practice, the result has also shown that all these factors have led to the peacekeeping in the society. Second objective means to study the 14 qualities of metta practicing in Metta Sutta from the Pali canonical text. After respectively studying the information, the researcher then include one who practice 14 qualities of loving kindness can apply them in the more mundane and supramundane level. Liberation of metta is synonymous with the immobile mind, which is detached from defilement, given up, destroyed, abandoned by sin, restraining, using, enduring, avoiding, removing, and developing in his life. To purify the mind by the training of discipline, metta meditation wisdom is the state of enlightenment of Arahant, who live with the ever-shining mind-ending rebirth. Moreover, these 14 qualities should be undertaken before practicing loving-kindness meditation. Then, the practitioner will cultivate the rest of loving-kindness meditation. Actually, the practice of loving-kindness meditation are widely studied, and the result consistently indicate that it can lead to increased peace and happiness. Numerous research studies have explored the effects of meditation on mental and emotional well-being, and the findings are generally positive. Metta meditation has been found to promote a state of inner calm and tranquility, reducing stress, anxiety, and depression. Regular meditation practice can help individuals cultivate a sense of peace and equanimity, allowing them to navigate life challenge with a greater reliance and a more positive outlook. As a result, metta possesses the inherent ability to counteract and overcome negative quality such as lobha, dosa, and moha. By nurturing a mind free from defilement, loving kindness becomes a powerful force that transcends and dispels unwholesome states of being. Finally, it should be noted that the explanation provided in this paper may be insufficient to encompass all of these aspects due to its brevity and limitation in scope. Nevertheless, the main object of this synonymous paper is to provide meditators with valuable information that can be beneficial for practicing the 14 qualities of loving kindness. So thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate your attention.